Back here on Old School Sports, you know what I absolutely love?
Tell me what you love.
I love...
Say you love your girlfriend.
My girlfriend.
There you go.
I love my mama.
Love mom. Gotta
love my family. Love my dog.
Love your dog.
Love everyone here at TYT. But what I love the most right now is the love that Rajon Rondo is getting once again.
Rondo!
This is like a guy who left. What he was Batman.
He was Batman, okay.
And what was the name of the best Batman? What's his real name?
Bruce Wayne?
No, the actor. Help me out here. He was in The Fighter.
Christian Bale.
So
okay.
he gets thrown out. He's got to climb up this entire thing like a Mario tunnel to automatically get up. He's exiled.
He's exiled.
Worked his way up like the Mavericks years, the Bulls years. Exiled. Worked his way back up. Gets himself together. Goes and saves the entire team. And that's what he did with the New Orleans Pelicans.
Oh, so he's Batman Begins.
He is Batman Begins. The story is still being written because he's got a lot of game left in him. I think we've established that right now.
Very passionate. I like it.
The problem is he's going up against a guy who has the career accolades of Bane in Chris Paul. So he has to go up against a mountain of a guy who many of the millennials think this is a top 5, top 10 point guard all time.
This is true.
How could anybody say otherwise? Well, let's get into it, shall we? NBA championships. The one, if you use that as the main proprietor of your debate for Michael Jordan against LeBron James, then that's it. That's the outlier. The NBA seasons, Chris Paul, he has one up. Playoffs.
Playoffs?
He's played in 2 more. All-Star games.
Yes.
I thought I was going to get a better ad-lib than yes. All-Star games.
I did the other one very good.
You did.
I was still feeling myself from that one.
You did.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
You're herring the finish line.
Yeah, all right.
Chris Paul, All-Star games, 5 up. On top of that, there are many more. All NBA first team. Oh boy, my bar mitzvah's on Saturday. All NBA first teams. This is important because I value this.
This is,
Chris Paul has 4 on top of Rondo. All NBA teams. All defensive first teams. That's also pretty big. All defense teams. Assists. You think Rajon Rondo is the assist king in comparison to CP3? Well, it says otherwise. How about steals? Chris Paul, Rookie of the Year. I don't really care, but it should be thrown in there.
Throw it in.
Here are Rondo's career averages. Between Boston, a horrible season in Dallas where he only played 2 games under Rick Carlisle. Do not forget about that, kids. And then here's Chris Paul's career averages as well. Ridiculously consistent. We could go through this all we want, but I will stop right there.
Man, he had is that his rookie season, the 24 and 11?
Yes, that's why he won Rookie of the Year.
And shooting 50%, that has to be one of the better. Oh, wait a minute, that was only 12 games in. What is going on with these graphics?
That's Basketball Reference. Okay, so, in your opinion.
Talk to me.
Rondo, Chris Paul, who you got?
I mean, the graphics that's told us who the winner is.
Well, I mean, there's more to it than just what the graphics says.
I think.
What's the eye test say?
You have to look at consistency. And Rondo in spurts looks like what you would consider an old school
pass first
point guard, a Bob Cousy type of guy, a John Stockton type.
Can you watch any of those old school highlights of Bob Cousy just dribbling with one hand?
That's why I always say Bob Cousy. I like Bob Cousy. I like to watch old highlights. It's old school sports. I like old stuff.
Oh, very much so. But to dribble with one hand in circles?
But consistency. I mean, he just hasn't been a consistent great player as Chris Paul has been every single year. The only thing Chris Paul doesn't have that Rondo
Conference Finals
is
Conference
Finals and a championship. I mean, that's it. But it's not like Rondo was Kevin Durant in the championship. It wasn't like he was Steph. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he was, LeBron or Kobe. He was the 4th member of a 4-man band. He was the dude.
3 Hall of Famers.
Yeah, he was the dude from Boys to Men who just talked deep. Oh baby, I don't want you to go. Please come back. That guy. He's that guy. He was that guy in Boys to Men.
What a reference.
The guy that doesn't sing. Well, he's not in the group anymore, but back then he was in the group. There's always, in any group, there's always a 4th or 5th member that can't sing. Like in New Edition, it's Ronnie DeVoe. And who else doesn't sing? So it's Ralph, Johnny, Ricky, Mike. Mike don't sing either. He raps. So
that's cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's cool.
But you're not.
He knows his role.
But you can't be New Edition without Ralph or Bobby or Johnny, because they're the ones that actually sing. And Ricky. Ricky's undervalued.
Ricky's undervalued.
Ricky Bell is undervalued in New Edition. I just want to get that out there.
You got it. You got it out there.
So he's not. And even on the Pelicans.
Well, no. Don't do that. Don't do
Pelicans
that. Pelicans are balling.
I know, but it's so funny.
Pelicans had a good year.
But even on the Pelicans, he's not Anthony Davis.
No, of course not.
He is the facilitator.
Yes.
Chris Paul, if the Rockets, on the Rockets, they needed Chris Paul to take it to another level. So he's another level guy.
Is Rondo the second most important player on that team?
On the Pelicans?
Yes.
Yes, I would say so.
Over Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday's having a fun.
Yeah, I think Drew Holiday is that third. You always need that third guy, the Horace Grant, as I like to call him, and that's Drew Holiday.
All right, so let me share my 2 cents here. I just want to show this very quickly.
Put a dime on
MVP award shares.
Yes.
Rajon Rondo has been in the conversation only 2 times, and that's because he was in the top 8. Chris Paul, to make my point, has been in the conversation for many years.
Yes, absolutely.
About 8 years. I mean, come on, people. This isn't that hard.
No.
So let me make this very clear. So when Chris Paul was the best player on his team, granted, we all think that he disappointed a little bit.
Yeah, in the playoffs.
Sure.
A little bit.
He disappointed in the playoffs. But what he has proved is he can take a team to the second round of the playoffs. When Rondo is the #1 guy, he needed 3 Hall of Famers in order to do so. And this is hate to be cliche, as the promos tell you, but it literally is a make or miss league.
Yes.
He misses. He can't hit free throws.
Right.
He can't hit the 3.
No.
He can barely hit a mid-range jumper.
Right.
I am amazed by it because his form isn't awful. But if you were to put those 2 guys and start a franchise with a bunch of bums, Chris Paul would unseat anything that Rajon Rondo would do because he has all the variables. He's like a Roberto Clemente. He can throw. He can play deep. He can play deep.
5-tool. That's what I'm trying to say. 5-tool is what.
I was trying to give an example of a great player.
5-tool is what he's
who does not define one team.
Right.
Like Clemente, it's actually the perfect example. Clemente could do everything. Chris Paul could do everything, which is score, rebound for his size as well.
Good defender.
Lead the team in steals. And change the game for as many times as he had the ball in his hand. Similarly to Clemente having to deal with 8 other players that bat in front of him.
Easily put.
Around
if you took Rondo off any team and put Chris Paul on it,
oh my God,
the team would be better.
Yes.
It's as simple as that. We could have wrapped that up in 30 seconds.
We easily could have.
But I couldn't say skirt.
Here's the most amazing thing.
And playoffs.
We're not done.
We're not done.
Robert has a theory.
Theories.
On why field goals should be eliminated from the National Football League.
Yep.
That and more when we return.